Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the Creighton Bluejays Dynasty here on EA Sports College Football 26. It was a rough outing for the Bluejays last week as we went to Nebraska and we got throttled as we are now 0-2 on the season. And our next opponent, we are back at home to take on the UMass Minutemen, who are also 0-2 to start the season. So one team is going to get their first win here today. UMass Minutemen, a part of the MAC conference. We've already faced a MAC team earlier on this year in the Eastern Michigan Eagles in the first ever game of this series. And we're going to see exactly how we fare against another one here today. Now, of course, UMass a little bit lower rated than Eastern Michigan. They're about a little bit higher than us as well. So it's really, we're another underdog in this game yet again. And we're going to see exactly how the Blue Jays respond to the way they played last week. Is that we've got to get stuff situated. And speaking of how we played last week, let's talk about quarterback Aiden Wilson. He did not play a very good game against Nebraska, and it was definitely not good enough for us to win. He threw a big interception, then after that, he was just starting to miss throws left and right. There was just nothing that we could get done, with Aiden Wilson on the field. It was just a very, very bad performance. But then the backup, Parker Mullins, will come in the game and actually, started doing pretty well. Actually started moving the ball a little bit, and it started a little bit of a quarterback controversy here at Creighton University. The fan base and even some of the students have been calling for Mullins to really get a shot. So I don't know what is going to happen here. I do have the official announcement of what they are going to do with the quarterback position, but it was something really interesting to look at after how the last game, played out, how the last game ended. And Coach Gary Jennings has decided that Aiden Wilson, he will remain the starter, at least for this week, but he is on a very, very short leash, ladies and gentlemen. He does not have a lot of leeway. He's going to have to turn this around immediately. So you look at the ratings comparison here. Obviously, Aiden Wilson, the better quarterback, has a stronger arm and way better accuracies than the sophomore Parker Mullins. But we're going to see if Aiden Wilson can get this ship written right, and if he is going to be able to lead this team to hopefully their first win here today. Parker Mullins will remain the backup. Now, of course, we are still without our backup running back Morgan Hudson, out for 5 more weeks. But UMass, they are also missing two of their key players as well going to this game. Their best receiver, T.Y. Harding, he is going to be out with injury. And their best running back, Price, is also out with injury. So UMass missing their two top players, or two top offensive players for this game here today. And we're going to see exactly how this is going to go down. Looking at the schedule, of course, we lost to Eastern Michigan in the first game of the year, got throttled by the Nebraska Cornhuskers on the road. Can the Creighton Bluejays somehow pick up their first win here today back at home in Omaha, Nebraska? We will see the defense on the field first as UMass will be getting the ball here to kick off this game. We are underway here in the third game of the season, and we are going to see if Creighton can finally pick up their first win on the year, or will UMass hand them yet another loss. The quarterback is Jordan for UMass, number 9, as he will start this off with the handoff. Broken tackle there, and now finally taken down by Jordan Jackson. There is a flag down on the field, and this is already going to back UMass up. A holding on the first play from scrimmage on the center, Benjamin Roy Jr., backing him up to their own 15-yard line. It's 1st and 20 now. Jordan looking to throw, has time, but runs out of it quickly. The big man in the middle, Oji Naka, getting the sack, and that will back him up to a 2nd and 27. And this is exactly the type of start that Creighton wanted coming back at home. Oji Naka, big number 2 in the middle, taking down Jordan for the sack. Creighton wearing the white helmets, the blue jerseys, and the white pants this week. 2nd and 27 now. Jordan hits his man over the middle. Noah Copeland can't bring him down again. Another flag has been thrown, And this is going to go against UMass yet again. This time we got a legal block in the back on the offensive line. And it's on the center, Roy Jr. yet again. 2nd and 31 at the 4. How did they get here? Handoff, not going anywhere. It is Tyler Andrews, the linebacker, blitzing in there to make the play. And it's 3rd and 34 at the 1-yard line. 3rd and 34. I don't know how UMass gets out of this one. It's a handoff once again. Not going anywhere. And he didn't get out of the end zone. It's a safety. And we've got points early on in the game. It is now a 2-0 ball game after the safety play made by Tyler Andrews. Back-to-back plays by the outside linebacker, number 0. You can see him right here on this play. Just reading and able to shoot the gap almost immediately is Tyler Andrews. And you got to thank Rico Flowers, the senior corner, helping out on this play too, making sure that he did not try to fight his way through Tyler Andrews to get out of the end zone. Great play by the defense as we have an early lead. As you can see there, the quarterback collapsed for Aiden Wilson last week. He's got to play better this week, or else he is no longer going to have himself a starting job. Aiden Wilson drops back to throw. There's a flag down on the field. Wilson will run for a couple of yards, but this is going to come back. We talked about the struggles with the offensive line, and it continues here with the holding penalty on the right tackle, Emmett Franklin. 1st and 20 coming up for Creighton. What are they going to do here? Aiden Wilson looks to throw. Hits Bobby Mims in the flat, throws it a little bit high, and he'll only be able to pick up 2 yards. 2nd and 18 now. Aiden Wilson looking to run. Another flag is down, and this scramble won't count again. We've got another penalty on the Creighton offensive line. My goodness, we just cannot stop holding. This time, it's on Trent Ogletree. He's had himself a rough year over there at that tackle spot. Mims now on the carry right up the middle. A nice run. It will bring a 3rd and 9 after they had 2nd and 28. A more favorable 3rd down right here coming up for the Bluejays. And I don't know how Aiden Wilson has gotten so good at getting these hard counts. Wiggins Jr. got caught jumping off sides. And this will make it now a 3rd and 4 after that 5-yard penalty. 3rd and 4 coming up. What are they going to do? Wilson looks to throw, gets hit as he throws as the pressure got there. And it's 4th down, and out comes the punting unit. That's not the way Creighton wanted to start out, especially after that big safety that the defense just got. Nice angled punt right here, and it will be fair caught at the 22-yard line. We still have a 2-0 ball game, ladies and gentlemen. 2nd and 3 coming up here for the UMass Minutemen. We've got play action, and we've got another sack. And that is going to be Garland coming off the edge, getting the sack. And Jordan, he just didn't see him. He really didn't even have a lot of time to even think about seeing him or even feeling the pressure. Norman Garland coming off the edge almost immediately. Had a tight end trying to block him. That wasn't going to work out very well, I don't think. 3rd down once again. Can the Blue Jays defense get off the field? Jordan making some changes at the line of scrimmage. Now he sends the halfback out. It's now 5 wide set. 3rd down. Jordan backs up to throw. Looks. Has a man open over the middle. We've got a 1st down. And Grant Jordan able to make the play to Owen Anderson, the tight end, picking up a big 1st down. 2nd and 2 coming up for UMass. It's a handoff. And there's a big gap up the middle. And that's a nice 1st down run. It is Rocco Griffin making the play right there. His 3rd carry on the day. 1st down across midfield. Handoff to Griffin. Not going much of anywhere. It is Rico Flowers and Kendall West making the play. 2 DBs able to get in the backfield. Now we have a 3rd and 1 coming up here at the 39-yard line. And OG Naka says absolutely not to that QB sneak. 4th down, and UMass are deciding to punt the ball. They don't believe that their kicker has a strong enough leg to make this kick, and they don't feel like going for it either, it seems. So they will just punt the ball away and try to pin Creighton back deep, and it's going to go out of bounds at the 21, so not a great punt at all. Aiden Wilson now hands it off to Bobby Mims up the middle on second down. Mims nearly breaks it out of there. And it's a first down run. A nice run there by number 7. One of the best players on this offense, if not the best player. I'll let you guys debate that later. Throwing now and incomplete for Corey Collins. Another flag, though. And this is going against Creighton. Another holding on Emmett Franklin, the right tackle. Backing them up to a 1st and 20 now. Aiden Wilson looking to throw. Has time. Gets it to Moore. And he picks up 5 yards. Peyton Moore had the lone touchdown for Creighton last week. Now here's Mims once again. Just keep giving number 7 the football, ladies and gentlemen. He's got 4 carries for 47 yards already in this game. Now we've got ourselves a 3rd and 3 coming up. The playbook is a little bit open. And it's a handoff. It's Randy Kelly who'll check in for about a play, and he'll pick up the first down as the drive continues for the Blue Jays. First quarter winding down here. Play action, and they brought the blitz at the perfect time. It's a sack for Hensbitter, and that's a sack, and that is not how they wanted to end this first quarter, but they get the handoff to DeAndre Waters, who has a nice gap. Great blocking down the field for DeAndre Waters. Picks up a big run, and that will end the first quarter. That's how they wanted to end the first, getting some yards. And it's a 2-0 ball game at the end of the first. I don't know how we got here, ladies and gentlemen. To start the second quarter at the 37, Aiden Wilson fires to Ferguson, and he'll pick up 7 yards on that drag route. Brady Ferguson, the tight end. They would love to get him the ball a little bit more. Now Wilson looking down the field, has Mason Akers, and he'll hit him in the end zone for the touchdown. A beautiful throw, and Mason Akers is on the board for the Creighton Blue Jays as they extend their lead. Wilson just got enough time. It was a very wobbly throw, but he trusted that his speedster, the dynamic freshman, Mason Akers, will be able to get down there. As you see, he beats his man off the line, and there's just a little bit of a collision, and that's all they needed from the defensive backs for UMass. Touchdown, Mason Akers, and Creighton is on the board. What a play there by number 1. 9-0 now here at Creighton as we have the lead. And it's a handoff. Rocco Griffin finding some room. He'll pick up 7 yards on the play. Already a 6th carry of the day. He's only got 19 yards, though. The run defense for Creighton has always started out pretty well in some of these games so far. Now throwing and incomplete. A nice hit there. I believe that is Century Williams making the play right there. Now we have 3rd and 3 coming up here for UMass. The Minutemen, this is not the start I believe they wanted. We've got a halfback screen to Griffin, and nobody's there. At least not before he picks up the first down after a gain of 10. Good play there for Rocco Griffin and UMass as they try to get their offense going immediately here in this game. We've got a handoff. Here's Rocco Griffin trying to run to the outside, but is chased down by Jordan Jackson after a gain of 3. 3rd down here, a play later. What's the game plan? Handoff Griffin. Copeland can't bring him down. Rico Flowers, though, helps out his captain. And it's 4th down, and they're going to punt again from midfield. They're on their side of the 50, so I guess they just decided to get rid of this ball. 4th and 1, another punt for Andrews. And this one's a better punt. It gets out at the 21, but at least it's better in terms of yardage-wise. 2nd and 5 here coming up here for Creighton. Aiden Wilson fires down the seam, has Kyler Day, the big senior receiver. I'm over here stuttering on commentary, losing our trace of thought here. A big play there, and a first down as the Blue Jays continue to move down the field. 1st and 10 at the 49. Handoff to Bobby Mims. He'll only get back to the line of scrimmage on that run. Great run defense there shown by UMass. 2nd down now as Aiden Wilson looks to throw, and he has room. He's going to run. Great block there by Kyler Day. 1st down. Scramble there for Aiden Wilson. We don't see him do that much. He likes to stand in the pocket a little bit, but he has a little bit of mobility to make stuff work. Now here's Ferguson on the drag route yet again. Picks up a big first down catch and run. And right now the Blue Jays are looking pretty good. They're responding pretty well to how they played last week. Now we've got some play action. That's a nice block. Throwing to the outside, and Mason Akers can't hold on to the ball as Emmett Franklin, the right tackle, is injured on the play. He's going to have to come out. Backup comes in at right tackle. Hand off to Mims here, and Mims cuts to the outside. Mims has room and is stopped at the 1-yard line. I thought he had a touchdown, but it's a big one. His 7th carry of the day. He's got 70 yards. A very efficient runner is Bobby Mims, and tries to get into the end zone here, but he is stopped. That's a loss of 1 on that play. Great run defense there by UMass. 2nd and goal here. Mims gets the ball again. He'll lose yards again. Wow, stout run defense here by the Minutemen here on the goal line. Now we've got 3rd and goal. 3rd and goal coming up, and Wilson, it is, he throws incomplete. A flag is down on the field, and it's going against the backup right tackle, Kramer. And I believe they are going to have to settle for 3. It's 12-0 here late here in the second as the clock continues to wind down. As a drag route stopped immediately there by Noah Copeland. And Grant Jordan doing anything he can to keep his team in this game right now, as they've just not played very well on offense. The defense has kind of tried to keep them in the game, but they're down double digits early on. And now Grant Jordan looking to run, and oh my goodness, look at all this green. That's what happens when you play man defense and they don't throw the ball and you can't get any pressure. There's a big gap, and that's a big first down. 2-minute warning has hit, and it's first down here at the Creighton 43-yard line for Jordan and the Minutemen offense. Jordan now fires, hits his man, tackled immediately by Jamari Taylor. Only a gain of 2 on that play. 2nd and 8 coming up now for Jordan as he looks to throw. And he has his man in the flat, and that's a first down, tackled by Marquise Towns Prince in the open field, down to the Creighton 31. Grant Jordan looking to make things happen, gets away from Ojinaka, has his man over the middle. My goodness, what a play by Grant Jordan. Got away from the pressure and found his man down the field as the clock continues to wind down. Jordan now looking to throw, has his man again, number 87, and he'll pick up some good yards there. Timeout for UMass. This has been a very solid drive for the Minutemen as they look to try to get points on the board. Grant fires now, has his man in the flat. Marquise Towns Prince couldn't catch up. It's a touchdown for Gibson, and UMass finally on the board, and they are cutting into this Creighton lead. That was the drive that the UMass Minutemen needed right there. They needed a good drive to finally get some type of momentum going on because they had been locked down pretty much all game. And Marquise Towns Prince just falls asleep a little bit there in coverage, gives up the score. 12-7 game now. Here's Corey Collins on the catch, gets the first down with 24 seconds left, 2 timeouts. You can do something here, but they've got to go quickly, and they've got to get set. Looking to throw now is Aiden Wilson. Tries to go to the corner route and just completely misses. He's played a better game today, but those are plays he just has to make. Throwing down the field now. He misses Corey Collins again. I don't understand this. He just cannot continue to miss throws like that immediately. 3rd and 10, they're just going to run the ball here with Bobby Mims. But Mims! Oh my goodness! Big voice crack, he comes to the outside. It's a touchdown! 69 yards, you've got to be kidding me. I did not expect a touchdown out of that play, but number 7 says, give me the ball and let me go to work. It's a touchdown for Creighton to end this first half. Look at this cut here that he makes to the outside, and then there's just nobody there to stop Bobby Mims. Number 4 is giving chase. It doesn't matter. Bobby Mims, ladies and gentlemen, where would we be without number 7 on the field? 135 rushing yards in the first half for Bobby Mims. And now they're going for 2. Corey Collins making the play. It's now 20-7 going into the halftime break. What an electric play by Bobby Mims to end the first half. And what a first half for the Blue Jays, responding very well after their throttling at Nebraska. But they've got to hold on to this lead. Only up 13 points, so UMass can easily get back into this game. They've got to continue the level of play that they've been playing at right now. The second half starts. Creighton ball, and DeAndre Waters gets the first touch of the second half. He'll pick up 7 yards. We see it a little bit more of DeAndre Waters in this game. They're trying to get Bobby Mims a little bit of breathers here and there as he gets the screen pass and picks up 3. Aiden Wilson just hit 100 yards passing. 3rd and inches. They thought Mims could get that. 4th and 1 here, and they will be punting the ball away as it seems like UMass went with the goal line defense right there on that play because they knew that number 7 was going to get the football on that 3rd and short. The punt is away. It is fair caught at the 23-yard line. And let's see if UMass can get something going here to start the second half for themselves. 1st and 10 now. And an RPO has his man on the outside, and that's a nice first down to start the half for UMass. That's exactly what they got to do. Get their players the ball in space and see if they can make something happen. At the 33 now, handoff. Rocco Griffin gets the football. OG Naka travels his way all the way over there to find him. Only a gain of 2. 2nd and 8 coming up now here for UMass. As Grant Jordan looking to throw, has really nobody to go to. He's taken down. The pressure got there. There's a flag down on the field, but Creighton can just decline this holding penalty. That was Garland and OG Naka in on the sack. 3rd and 11 coming up here for UMass. What are they going to do? As Grant Jordan drops back, he's going to take a shot here. That's knocked away by Marquise Towns Prince. And listen, despite giving up the 1 touchdown early on in the game, number 1 on defense has played himself a very good game. Step for step with the receiver and just knocks that ball away at the last moment. UMass punts and the offense is back on the field. We got sacked. Jermaine Wiggins Jr. The speed rusher gets in there. A loss of 8 on that play. Now we've got 3rd and 18 coming up now. And he throws. It's Corey Collins. He'll get what he can. And it's a 3 and out for Creighton. Another 3 and out for Creighton in this half. Great job by the UMass defense. Grant Jordan and the offense get the ball back, and they're trying another RPO, but that time Creighton was ready for it. OG Naka able to get in there to make the play. 2nd down now. I don't think they're going to try another RPO. We've got actual play action this time. Throws down the field, knocked away, and intercepted. The first turnover forced on the year, and it's Marquise Towns Prince coming away with the football. Another play made by number 1, Marquise Towns Prince, getting the first interception of the season. And I don't think this play is made without the tip of the ball away from the receiver. As you see here, they go play action. Jordan tries to get it away. Rico Flowers tips it right to Marquise Towns Prince. What a play made by the 2 starting corners. I told you these guys were very, very good at playing football. They just haven't been able to really show it yet. Another hard count by Aiden Wilson. You can see him going, yes, at the line of scrimmage. I don't know how he got so good at those, ladies and gentlemen, because when we're in practice, the D-line, they don't really jump for those. 2nd and 4 coming up here as they try to make great of this turnover forced by the defense. But UMass, they played solid on defense all game, really. can't really fault their defense because they have really done very, very well. They've done all they can. That pass is now dropped by Mason Akers, and it's 4th down just like that. They're going to send out the field goal team here. It's a very long field goal here. Can they get it? The kick is up and just barely got inside the upright and just barely had enough power. The field goal is good. It's now 23-7, Creighton on top. Handoff here to Rocco Griffin, nowhere to go. Tyler Andrews and Century Williams in the backfield. Both outside linebackers flying around here today. 2nd and 10 coming up now. Madison over the middle. Excuse me, not Madison. Grant Jordan, my goodness. But over the middle, hits his man for a big 1st down. Also hasn't been a very bad game from Grant Jordan, just at the offense in general. They just cannot get anything going. They can't get any points on the board. As look at this again, Marquise Towns-Prince makes another play on the ball. Like I said, he's played himself a phenomenal game here today. 2nd and 10 coming up here for UMass. Their offense just trying to do anything to get the ball moving. Gets it out to his receiver, the running back, and he'll pick up 5 yards. There's Kendall West on the stop right there. 3rd and 5 coming up here for UMass. Can they get a 1st down? They got to get to about the Creighton 39-yard line to get it. It's a handoff to Rocco Griffin, and he's not going to get it. West and Copeland combined on the tackle, and they're just going to punt the ball again. I believe UMass is just really giving up. It's either that or they really trust their defense to get them the ball back right here, right now. As they try to get it to Akers, that was very dangerous. That could have been intercepted. 2nd and 10 coming up here for Aiden Wilson in the offense. Handoff to Bobby Mims. He's been bottled up here in the second half. Only 140 rushing yards. Only has 5 rushing yards in this second half. Aiden Wilson getting chased, and he picks up the 1st down. 1st down, Aiden Wilson, as he was able to scramble and beat the lineman out there. I'm surprised he beat him out there. Aiden Wilson, not the fastest guy. Kyler Day now on the catch, makes a juke move upfield and picks up the 1st down into UMass territory as the clock continues to wind down here in the 3rd quarter. Handoff, Randy Kelly not going anywhere. He'll lose a yard. Run defense here for UMass has been pretty good. Like I said, their defense has played very well. Mason Akers on the bubble screen, jukes out a man, jukes upfield again, picks up the 1st down. Big play there by the dynamic freshman. Aiden Wilson playing a little bit better here this week. And it's, oh my goodness, there's another sack. We didn't even have time to even say what down it was, what the play was. Just immediate pressure by Davis as we now go into the 4th quarter with a 23-7 Creighton lead. Here's Bobby Mims, first big run of the second half, picks up a big gain. 14 for 158. What a day he's had. 1st down at the UMass 23. Another handoff to Mims. Mims, oh, he nearly got out of there. If number 1 wasn't there, I believe that's a touchdown. Another one for Mims. 3rd and 6 coming up now. What's the game plan here? Man in motion. There's play action. What are we going to do? Wilson floats it out there for Akers. That's a 1st down. Mason Akers picks up another big play, and it's 1st and goal now for Creighton. Dropping back, firing to Akers. It's a touchdown, but unfortunately, it will be coming back. Flag down, holding on the Creighton offense. That's going to go on the center, Mo McDonald. 2nd and goal coming up now. What's the game plan? Throwing. Here's Corey Collins. Tries to dive in the end zone. He got popped, and they're going to call it a touchdown. I don't think he got into I don't think he broke the plane, ladies and gentlemen, but they call it a touchdown for Creighton nonetheless, so we're not going to say anything so the referees don't hear us too loudly. But Corey Collins picks up the touchdown, and Creighton will extend their lead. What a day it's been for Creighton football. It's now 30-7. here in this game with 8 minutes to go. What a dominant performance that we've seen here today. There's Jordan Jackson picking up a sack, the 4th sack of the day for the Blue Jays defense. 2nd and 15 now, hits the out route, has his man, but he's going to lose yards. They lost 2 yards on that out route. And it's now 3rd and 17. What do you do now? It's just been that type of day for UMass and their offense. 3rd and 17 for Grant Jordan. What's his game plan? He's looking to throw. Doesn't have any time. The pressure gets to him. He has to throw it away. It's 4th down, and the punt unit will have to come out yet again. UMass has just not had a very good day here today on offense. They will punt the ball yet again. DeAndre Waters here on the return, and oh my goodness, he's got running room. Here's DeAndre Waters down the field, gets another block, nearly got to the end zone, down to the UMass 16-yard line on that return. My goodness, what a run back there for DeAndre Waters. He'll stay in the game, getting the ball here on 1st down. He'll pick up 4 yards. 4 carries for 30 yards here today for DeAndre Waters. Mims checks in here and incomplete for Mason Akers. Seems like teams are starting to key in on Mason Akers so far throughout these first 3 games. Akers gets the ball again, and he'll pick up 5 on that play. And I think Creighton will just settle for 3 once again. You've already got a big lead. Might as well add on more points and give confidence to your kicker as the season goes on. It's now 33-7. This is a dominating performance that I don't think anybody expected coming into this ball game. The only people I guess that really expected it are the people inside the Creighton locker room. It's a gain of 8 there on that halfback screen, as UMass is trying to find anything to be happy about besides that one drive that they had late in the first half. We've got a handoff, nice blocking up the field, 1st down for the Minutemen as they have a lineman go down here on the play. Game continues on, 4:36 left to play in the game. Pressure getting in there. Grant Jordan going to have to run, gets a big scramble, but unfortunately it won't matter. It's coming back with a holding call on the UMass Minutemen. Just has not been a good game for them. That holding call going on the left tackle, Zachary Franks. 1st and 20 here at the 35. Handoff. Once again, another flag is down, and I believe this is another holding call. Unbelievable back-to-back holding calls here for UMass. That's going to back them up to a 1st and 30. It's Zachary Franks again. First and 30. What do you even do? Oh my goodness, a bomb down the field. They've got their man. They beat Marquise Towns Prince for one of the rare times we saw that here today. Big 1st down play there, but they backed up immediately with a 2nd and 22, and that pass is incomplete, knocked away by Jamari Taylor. Nice play there by the slot corner freshman. 3rd and 22. They're going to rock another running back screen, and there's Oliver coming up to make the tackle, the 4th corner on the depth chart. 4th and 20. Now they want to go for it here. They've got 5 wide here for Grant Jordan. 3 minutes left to play. Going for all the glory here, and it's knocked away by Rico Flowers. And it's a turnover on downs. Creighton will get the football back late in the game. This is Peppers getting the ball here. We don't really see him a lot, but they decide to give Carlos Peppers a carry. 2-minute warning hit, and it's 3rd and 7. Dropping back to throw, and hits Mason Akers. He gets the catch and run for a big 1st down. This game was already over, but now they're just making sure that they're going to secure this victory. Here is DeAndre Waters out on another carry. Big gash up the middle and another 1st down. He's got 51 rushing yards. And the Blue Jays has successfully run down the clock, and they will pick up their 1st win here in the series. A very dominating performance here for the Creighton Bluejays as they will win 33-7. And ladies and gentlemen, we have picked up our first ever win here in this dynasty. What a game. That was a really fun game to witness, a really fun game to play as the Bluejays, they are finally able to call themselves winners, and they are finally able to get themselves into the win column. I said earlier on in this game that this was a very surprising, dominating performance. I'm going to be honest with you, it was. I did not expect us to play that well in this game. I mean, we really shut down UMass pretty much all game. Despite that one drive that they had, they couldn't do anything. We shut down everything that UMass was trying to do, and I could not be more happy about how this game turned out, especially after the way we played at Nebraska, the way we got throttled, the way we got dominated in that game, the way we responded after that, and the way we played in this game very, very well. Aiden Wilson played a lot better. 2 touchdowns in this game, no interceptions. Completion percentage was also pretty good as well, so I'm very happy with the way Wilson played here today, as he responded very well. Mason Akers, 5 for 78 and a touchdown. Corey Collins also had a touchdown today. Not a lot of receiving going on in this game, as Aiden Wilson only had 15 completions. Very solid game overall by the defense, and the defense played outstanding. Kendall West leads the way in tackles with 8. Obina Ojinaka, 3 tackles for loss, along with Tyler Andrews, sack and a half for Ojinaka. Jordan Jackson had a sack. Norman Garland had a sack. Century Williams and Noah Copeland both have half a sack. And then Marquise Towns Prince forcing the first turnover forced on the season. Dominating performance overall for Creighton in this game. Grant Jordan played a decent game. He didn't really get any help today. Let's just call it how it is, ladies and gentlemen. He didn't really get any help from his team or his offensive line in this one. And shout out to the UMass defense. They really did all they could. I didn't think they played a bad game at all. It's just that their offense didn't give them any help. They played the best defense that they could. They really shut us down a little bit in that first half until we really started to get going. But 33-7 is your final score in Creighton after the bye week. Well, it didn't matter really until we said, but it is a 1-2 start to the season. And oh my goodness, if you saw that, Mississippi State blew out Alabama right there. But Creighton, finally our first win on the season. I got to be honest, ladies and gentlemen, feels pretty good. Feels very, very good to finally get that first win under our belt here in the Dynasty. As we compare to other conference teams, only one team has 2 wins, and that's New Mexico State. Well, excuse me, 2 teams. I'm so sorry, Florida International, FIU. I apologize. But really, we are really on par with all the other teams here in Conference USA. That is a good start for us. Here's the first recruiting update of the season, as you can finally see what the recruiting board looks like. A lot of 3-stars, some 2-stars on here as well. And I believe maybe 1-star as we go down the list here. Let me show you really quick. As we see a lot of 3 and 2 stars. I don't think, oh, there he is. There's a 1-star on the board that I was scouting. But let's talk about our top prospect on the board, Cam Lang, a speed rusher out of Minnesota. Right now, we're the only offer that we have for him. 74 finesse moves, 78 speed, 85 acceleration. Strength is pretty solid for the level of play that we're going to be facing, the level of competition. This is a guy I want on our team, as we don't know who's going to be on the team next year, as we talked about the deal breakers earlier on in the first episode of this Dynasty. As you can see, he's already ready for a visit. Our pitches, though, aren't very good, as I'm going to try to see which pitch could work out best for us. I believe we might just want to go with the soft sell here, because these pitches aren't the best. As you can see, you saw our recruiting grades, and not very good. So we're just going to go with a soft sell here. I'm going to see which one it is. It's going to be Hometown Hero. So we're just going to try a soft sell here. And we're going to add some more points onto that to get as many points as possible. We have a visit to try to get set up here. We're going to set this visit up. Let me see here. Let's go for the FIU game, I believe, here in Week 10. We're going to send them in for the FIU game. And we're going to go with the proximity to home grade here. And so we will see Cam Lane come in for a visit in Week 10. Emmanuel Gainwell, we are currently battling Nebraska for him. A running back, 5'11", 195. Haven't gotten all of his grades yet here, but I'm going to keep him on the board, and we continue to fight Nebraska in this recruiting battle. We're going to put in some more points here. Let's actually fully scout. Oh, 77 speed. That's not very good for what I was looking for. He is going to need some development, especially with that speed rating, because that is just not what I wanted to see. Chester Labato, excuse me, my goodness, from Utah is next on the board, a 3-star wide receiver. We already set his visit up before the start of this episode. As I see his pitches actually look very, very good. I got the right pitch. I decided to go with the soft sell to see if I could find the right pitch here for Chester. So I am actually going to remove that soft sell, and let's put a hard sell now. Now that we know that that is the actual pitch, it is Star Search, and the grades are looking very, very good. So we're going to go with a hard sell here as we are battling UNLV and Utah State for the speedy receiver. Joe Tribble from New Jersey is up next, a cornerback. As you can see, the rest of the board here, Tony Salam, a middle linebacker, Keegan Worley, a 3-star quarterback. Those are our top targets. As you can see, all the targets on the board here. We have been locked out for a couple of targets, so we're going to remove them from the board. But here and there, we're going to get periodical recruiting updates to see how we are faring in these recruiting battles. But that is going to do it for this episode of the Creighton Bluejays Dynasty. The next time you see the Bluejays will be their first ever conference game here in the series, our first ever Conference USA matchup against the Western Kentucky Hilltoppers. They are 1-3, 1-0 in conference play, however, and we are going to see if we can win our first conference game of the season. Thank you guys for watching, and we will see you guys next time. Take care and have a great day. Like, comment, and subscribe for more.